questions for Cam Rice. If you guys raise your hand, we'll get you a microphone. We'll start here with D on your left.
Hi, Cam. How you doing?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm well. I'm well. So, what did you learn about yourself and your team this week?
Yeah, I think we just need to learn how to finish. I think that was the big takeaway from that game last week, and how we handle adversity in times like that. Yeah, I think what I've seen, though, we're staying together, and we're all focused on, fixing the things we need to fix moving forward.
Yeah, Coach was just talking to us about focusing on the fourth quarter. Kind of what does that mean to you, and how do you kind of take that in practice and apply it on this Saturday?
Yeah, ever since I stepped foot here at Maryland, in workouts and things we did over the summer, practice, we put a huge emphasis on headbutting the finish. Whether that's a workout, a run, whatever we're doing, we got to headbutt the finish. So that's what we're really focusing on moving forward, and talking about the fourth quarter. That's when we really need to finish the best.
Cam, you guys lead the Big Ten with 19 sacks so far this season as a unit. What's been the recipe for the seeds of success for you guys this fall?
Yeah, I mean, you got those young guys on the edge, Sidney Stewart, Zaire Mathis, and then you got us in the interior. I think we complement each other very well. We always try and push each other to be better, and it's really just a race to get in the backfield.
For those who grew up watching college football, this is not our parents' Nebraska team where the dudes just ate corn and ran the ball 50 times. What have you seen on tape from this Cornhusker team?
Yeah, they got a lot of pride in their quarterback. The offense kind of runs through him. So we need to, like you said, pass rush is going to be really important, affecting him, get him off his game, and stopping the run whenever they run the ball.
Cam, what's the level of concern to make sure that a loss on Saturday doesn't spiral into anything worse?
Yeah, like I said, since Saturday, we've been in the building. We've watched the tape. We've been working out. We had practice yesterday. Everybody's coming together. Everybody's locked in. Everybody's focused. And yeah, it hurt. A lot of people are unhappy about it. So we're going to do everything we can to make sure that doesn't happen again.
Can you afford to look back on that and think of that was kind of a missed opportunity for us?
Yeah, but we're not going to dwell on it. We're moving on. We're looking at Nebraska now and ready to move forward.
Hey, Cam, just how much did losing Sidney at the end of the first half kind of hurt the D-line going forward the rest of that game?
Yeah, losing anybody hurts, especially, we still had a whole half to play. Yeah, losing a guy like Sid, that's tough to replace. But just us as a defense, we got to step up and make up for that. You know what I mean? We can't hang our hats on that and, blame that situation for the loss. But, yeah.
And then Coach post-game, he mentioned that he didn't think you guys maybe managed the success as well as you guys could have. How would you kind of define the way that you guys were measuring and managing your success early on in the season?
Yeah, we were all pretty high on, being 4-0. There was a lot of buzz around here. We were all happy about it. But at the end of the day, you can lose any given Saturday. So we just got to stay focused on that and just always continue to keep getting better.
Hey, Cam. Coach Locks mentioned that Dante Joyner yesterday stood up in front of the team and kind of apologized for the big mistake on Saturday. I'm just wondering, can you take us into that kind of conversation? And also, just what is the importance of a player kind of owning up to a mistake like that?
Yeah, that's huge. And, Dante, I love that guy. He's a heck of a player. Step up in front of your team, that's never easy, owning up to a mistake that you might have made. But, yeah, us as a team, we don't look at him any differently because of what happened on Saturday. Still happy he's on our team. He's a heck of a player. But that means a lot coming from him, stepping up and saying that in front of the team.
Hey, Cam. I think it kind of gets lost in the shuffle, but you guys limited Goldman to just 3.2 yards per carry last week. This was a guy who was coming in as one of the most explosive backs in the country. What are some lessons that you took away from that performance from your line, and how are you planning to use that going forward in such a run-heavy league?
Yeah, our coaches preach to us every week. It's about stopping the run. If you could control that aspect of the game, it leads to better things, in the past, and then our pass rushers can go hunt. So yeah, we knew he was a good back coming in. We knew what they wanted to do with him. Yeah, we just tried our best to contain him and stop that run game early so we could get after the passer.
Hey Cam, you've played 3 schools, 3 conferences, 3 different levels of football. You're 2 games into playing. You've played 2 games in the Big Ten now. You've made big plays in both your first Big Ten games. As someone on the inside in a conference known for that physicality, like what's different, and then how have you adapted and been able to produce?
Yeah, the difference I'd say probably the size and the skill level maybe, but like you said, you adapt to any environment that you're in for long enough. So getting here, practicing with these guys, going up against our offensive line, really prepared me to play in this league. Coach Locks always talks about iron sharpens iron, and when you go against this offensive line every single day, you're prepared for playing in this league.
Hi, Cam. You mentioned talking about Nebraska's quarterback, Dylan Raiola. He's a little bit different than any of the other quarterbacks you faced thus far. Is there any sort of different philosophy you do when you face a quarterback that might be different than who you faced?
Not really. The quarterback last week, he was more of a runner, so we had that to worry about, keeping him in the pocket and containing the run aspect of things. But, the ingredients pretty much the same. Just play with high effort and get after the quarterback and affect his throws.
All right, it's kind of like a 2-parter, but I wanted to ask, they talked about Sydney being out in that second half, but he was still was there talking to you guys. How was that? And then also being in that crowd, that sold-out crowd, how did that feel as well?
Yeah, the environment was amazing. It's awesome playing like that. I remember I was joking with Ian Thomas, the other defensive tackle we have. I was like, man, you could barely hear out there on 3rd down. It was loud, but you love that. You love that environment. It makes it tough for the opponents. And yeah, about Sid, whenever the second half came around, he was such a great leader on that sideline, encouraging guys. I know I came off the field a couple times, and he was telling me, yo, you did really good at this. Watch for this type of stuff. So yeah, it's great having him on the team. I love playing with him.
Thank you, Cam. I appreciate the time.
Thank you guys.
Well, I say it right here momentarily. He's walking over.